What's up, Hope Shot fam? What is going on tonight, guys? Yo, I don't. I'm in my bedroom because it is freezing outside. I don't know if like the cold weather, took a wrong turn and came down to Florida, but it is freezing outside, like legitly. And I'm like, yeah, I had to come inside, so that's how bad it is. But I am going to ask, hey, who has a clarity statement out? Do you guys anybody got the clarity statement? Okay, unmute yourself. I can't do it for you.
Want me to do it? All right. The Hope Shot Clarity Statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common: recovery as a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. Doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our family. I might have that memorized one day.
That'd be amazing. I still don't, so we'll get it. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hope Shot Live. Tonight is our Sunday Night Live topics where you know what, tonight we're just gonna wing it. You guys have anything that you guys want to talk about that might be in your mind from this week that you might want to hear some strange strength and hope on? Also, hey, drop those recovery dates in the feed and let's see them recovery dates. Show this recovery life does work, man. I'm going to put mine in there, and I'm sure everybody else will do the same. Mine is 3/16/18. It's coming up on 4 years coming up. I'm pretty excited. We got Joe. What's up, Joe? What's up, William? We got Eric in the comments, and we got Christina. What's up, Christina? Misty and Lauren. Oh, there's Lisa. Lisa's 3/25/16. We got Leslie 4/23/19. That's what's up. We got Misty's 8/28/20. Eric's June 10th, 2020. Oh, Mike Lloyd. Go Rams. Oh gosh. Don't start, Mike. We were just on here talking football. I'm not a football guy, but all my friends seem to be. I don't know why, but they were on here talking football. And yeah, some of them have some resentments. I mean, I'm just gonna put that out there. So if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about tonight, go ahead and drop in the comments. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about my week. My week is it's pretty good, pretty productive. We got sick over here. The sickness is going around very heavily. Nobody wants to talk about it because it's like the elephant in the room, but the sickness is going around. And we had to sit at home, and dude, I don't know about y'all, but I can't contain myself when I'm at home doing nothing, and it drives me up the freaking wall, legitly. But we got sick. We're all tested negative now. And it kind of it puts that detour in your life. But while doing that, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, Johnny. I am gonna talk about it. Johnny and me have been working together, and he's been helping me because like the work doesn't stop here when you're in recovery, man. We got to keep working, and sometimes I get like there's a certificate to be won, like we've come all the way, we've made it, we don't do drugs anymore, we don't drink, we're living a good life, but like, is that where it stops, or do we want to keep going, want to progress in our journeys? And man, I get complacent as hell sometimes, man, like a lot. And because I got a good life, we get busy, I get the wife, got the kids, got the job, got the the extracurricular activities, the Hope Shot, we got to do this stuff, and like it gets busy. So he gave me a book to read, and I read it, and I have to admit it was a good read, and I felt personally attacked off this damn book, like personally attacked. Legit. So I freaking there's a lot of things I've been putting off in my life. Like, and it's funny because everything I read about, it was exactly what I needed to work on. And I just put it off. I don't feel like it. I'm lazy. I got this to do. I got that to do. It's like, dude, listen, I'm going to be straight up transparent about this. My closet, right? I have clothes in there that I've had since me and my wife got together. Okay. And that's been about 10 years. Okay. And like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, it's still good. Like, these clothes are still good. I'm not going to wear them because like, I've kind of went out of that phase of like, like you phases of clothes. You're like, I don't want to wear it anymore, but I keep it because it's still good. And the clothes we have, the hangers are holding this damn, there's so much on it, and they're old because we bought a house, and like, it's just old freaking like closet hook things that hold the little metal shelves on. And the thing broke. There was too many books on it, and it broke, and it fell down. And like, it's been a long time. Oh, there he goes. And it's been a long time since like I've wanted to even give it a shot and try to fix it, even though like I'm handy, like I could fix shit. Like, but in my own house, I don't want to fix it. I don't know why. I just don't want to. So like, the one thing is like, I decided. I'm trying to mute James, and like, he's muting it, and I'm muting it, and he's muting it. It was fun. It was fun, James. But like, I needed to fix that stuff. I need to get rid of the clothes. I need to go through my drawers, the junk, all the little receipts, and this, that, and the other thing. So I finally, from this book attacking me, I was like, let's do this. And we cleaned out everything. We got rid of everything. And you know how hard it is, like when you're doing these things and like your brain, like we all have a little bit of hoarder in us. Like, I don't give a shit. We all have a little bit of hoarder in us. Maybe you don't. I could be wrong. And I'm sorry if I offended you. But we have a little bit of hoarder in us. And I'm one of those dudes. And I don't think I am, but I am. And so my garage, it's a mess. And I'm holding on to these things that I'll never use in my life. Like, I gave freaking Nate a weed whacker that I freaking brought. I bought it like 8 years ago. I used it twice. And I'm like, oh, I got to hold on. It's still good. It's still good. It has cobwebs all over it. Like, I'll never fucking use it. So finally, I got rid of all of it. Like, and then there's a part of me that's like, no, you need to hold on to that. You never know when you might need it. And even Tiffany was doing the exact same shit. Like, holding on these little things, bro. Like, they're just gonna collect dust, and there might be a value to somebody else, like legit, right? And they have no value. And the one thing, it's like cleansing your life and declutter and all this shit. So that's what we did. We felt pretty good yesterday. There's a lot of changes I made in my life as far as work and stuff, to where I can get my Saturdays back now. So now I'm gonna get my Saturdays back. So I'm like, yo, we need to start being productive and start doing this every week, doing something, little something to make your life a little bit less cluttered. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Now we're getting ready for tomorrow. And I'm going to take that hope shot thing out of Johnny's face because it's driving me nuts. And there we go. Hey, welcome back, Johnny. So, hey, what's up with you, Johnny? Let's hear from you, man. I know you're tired. You don't.
Hey, yeah, I'm on one today. I was clowning before. I'm just like, I had a long week. I've had a great opportunity to really stay busy and do some work, involving helping others and staying involved. And this weekend Nate came up. We went to a workshop that a mentor of mine came from North Carolina as kind of like the guest speaker, and then some people in our community, in the recovery community, who've been around for a while. They did. It was like a workshop on finances in recovery, and then relationships. There was, my buddy or my guy. He spoke first, and then the people did, the finances thing in recovery. Two guys that have been around for multiple years that are successful in business and have fucked up their whole life, in sobriety too, and are now very successful. And then Ben and Danielle spoke about relationships, and we joked because it's like, really, it was Danielle saying how she dealt with Ben for 15 years being married while he was in recovery. But yeah, man, I'm blessed. I knew that book would have an impact on you. It has an impact on anybody that goes through it. It was profound for me too. This year, man, I've made kind of a pact to myself to you know, really just concentrate on doing my best to stay busy and not overload myself. You know, this past year financially was kind of a struggle for me. And then, you know, on top of it, I had like totally overloaded my plate with, you know, service and just a whole bunch of other stuff, man. And I got really, really uncomfortable, you know, up until about November last year. Even going into December, I started to make some changes and opportunities change for me. And so this year, really, all it's going to be for me is to, you know, work, get out of the, you know, little bit of crap credit that I've got. I want to get that paid off, and I have a number that I would like to reach this year financially, and just kind of find a little bit. I know it sounds, because it's the biggest joke in the world, but find a little bit of balance. You know, not overload my plate with everything. You know, trying to fill the hole. Just, I've got a commitment or two now. I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to keep on trucking, man. You know, and I'm going to keep doing what we do, and put my seatbelt on, because, you know, God's driving. He's driving the Hope Shot. You know, so I'm excited for this year to see what it brings for all of us, and some more opportunities, man. That's kind of really where I'm at right now.
You know, and I just want to say real quick, you guys, if you guys could share this video, it takes 1 second just to hit that share button, man. It supports us. It gets us out there. It gets us known. And that's the best way you could do to support us. And if you guys didn't know, you know, we started. Oh, yeah. By the way,
1 year.
1 year anniversary since we started this thing, man. And when we started this thing, it was just to stop people from talking crap, straight up. But it turned into so much more. You know what I mean? Like, just the relationships that we built with this thing alone, and where we're headed, and the vision that we have, the mission we have, and becoming a nonprofit. You know, within the first year became a nonprofit. We got, you know what, almost 18,000 followers and we come on here every Sunday, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. We share hope, man. That's this whole thing, is just spreading hope, spread inspiration. That recovery is possible for anybody. You know, especially for all of us, you know, like one way or another, we know each other. We've done business. We've ran the streets together. You know what I mean? Like, shit, man, you and your friends could be doing this one day. Who knows? You know what I mean? That's what the Hope Shot is, man, to where we all can collaborate and keep this thing going, to where, you know, somebody that might be struggling right now might find inspiration by us being the voice of recovery and being an inspiration and recovering out loud. You know, that somebody might change. You know, you never know who you might touch by recovering out loud, and that's why it's super important. And thanks, guys, for the happy anniversaries. Everybody's comment happy anniversary. And I just I want to say, Misty has COVID. How you holding up over there? This one is a very subtle, I think, but very subtle. It's very subtle.
COVID.
It's so subtle. I need a soft kind, you know. But all right. And like I said, guys, if you could share this feed, that'd be great. It sucks so bad. I'm sorry, Misty, man. I hope you get better. It does suck. If you need anything, message us, man. I know you're not that far, so.
Anybody have a topic yet?
Nah. Anybody got a topic? We got Dust that says balance is crucial. I've been overwhelmed lately trying to find balance for recovery, my job, my family. It's tough, dude. Balance is that. It's that dude. You know what I mean? I think I have balance, and then it goes out the window because the freaking wind blew. You know?
Yeah.
It's important. It's always a thing you have to work on daily. You know. But anyways, let's go ahead. Caesar.
Speak.
How can I help you, Justin?
I'm gonna mute.
Sorry, wrong number.
I don't even know what we're talking about, but you know what I got out of this so far is you're reading the book, and you're getting rid of some unnecessary things. Yes, bing bong for sure. You're getting rid of some unnecessary things and letting go of things. And, everyone's a hoarder in one way or another, but let's talk about emotional hoarding. Let's talk about holding on to emotions and old coping skills that we don't really need anymore. I had a lot of things that I used in the past that served me well when I was out there that don't really serve me well today in recovery. Dishonesty doesn't serve me well. It served me very well when I was trying to stay high and connive and cheat, and it doesn't serve me well today. I try to live a life of integrity. I don't want to have to remember what I told somebody because I told this guy a different thing than I told that guy. I don't. That's exhausting. I want to live a life of integrity. So that's one of those things that I've let go of. And I work on a daily basis to not pick that tool back up, because that's what it was. It was a tool in the past. Resentments, I try to let a resentment go as fast as possible and not hang on to it. My wife's standing right over here and she'll tell you, I can hold on to crap. Oof. I can hold I can hold on to stuff, and it doesn't serve me well. It doesn't do me well. It just it's something that I need to let go of, and I've got the formula for it, and I know how to let go of it, and I know how to bring God into the situation. But sometimes I don't invite him in. I just want to sit in the resentment for a little while and feel sorry for myself and make it worse.
Usually a couple days.
Couple days, yeah.
Till he blows up.
48-hour minimum. But, this year I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying, I did this whole mantra at work of, we're going to keep a good attitude and we're going to be helpful to each other. I've got sales guys underneath me. I've got repair guys underneath me. And how can I be helpful to you? Instead of what can you do for me as the boss, I'm trying to turn it around and see what I can do for them. Let go of things a little bit easier and just try to make things smoother, get my priorities straight, make my family the priority right after my recovery, where I've spent the last few years putting work kind of in front of a lot of things. I don't know if anybody can relate that's in on this, but of course I feel like I started very late in life as far as building any type of wealth or, putting any money in the bank or anything like that. So I feel like I'm behind and I'm always trying to catch up, but that's not the case. The case is we're fine. The bills are paid. Mm-hmm. We're sitting in a house that we own. I'm not behind anything. I'm comparing myself to other people that have been responsible and successful for their entire lives. And I've been responsible and successful for about 7 years. So I need to stop comparing. Let's give it 7.5. But before that, there was 0 responsibility and 0 success. My only success was I was successful at getting arrested on a daily basis and screwing shit up. So I don't know, I like that Justin's reading the book. I didn't know you guys started. I want to start reading the book myself. It delves deep into character defects and things that we're talking about right now. And
I was going to say that's not an approved literature book, so technically I think we can say the name if anybody wants to read it.
Drop the rock.
There you go. Drop the rock, guys.
We can say whatever we want.
Just in case anyone was wondering, we're all talking about this book.
But yeah, Justin's reading Drop the Rock. I said I wanted to read it too.
Hey, the only reason I started reading is because I had some time.
So good.
Yeah, your higher power saw fit to slow your ass down and put a book in your hand. And it's something that I need to do. I've been in recovery for a while now, and I've been doing well, but I haven't done a deep dive in a little while. I haven't gone inward in a little while and really done some deep work. And it's time to do that. I mean, I see Justin putting the work in and trying to better himself with school and a lot of things. And outside of my work life and helping others, I haven't done a lot more work on myself in a couple of years, where I've really dug deep again. And I think it's time for that. So thank you, Justin, for the reminder that your brakes got pumped and you're reading the book. And now it's my turn.
It was more like a traffic accident, but whatever.
The brake line was completely cut.
Yeah, there was a head-on collision with a tree, bro, but whatever. Hey, and if you guys have read that book, man, drop in the comments, man. Let us know what you think of that book, because it is a good book. And I've only read You know, I got stuck in it, like legit. And Caesar, I like how you just said the hoarding of emotional, or hoarding of, you know, the stuff that we used to use as coping mechanisms. You know, I really liked how you twisted that up. It was really good. I love it. Are we back to this?
No, I mean, I was talking while you were sharing, and I said, you know, he's talking about hoarding, and we're typically we're emotional hoarders. We're character defect hoarders, and we hold on to things way longer than we need to, way past the point of them being useful anymore in any way, shape, or form. You know, I've shared on here before about depression being related to living too much in the past and anxieties being too much in the future. And it's when I'm dwelling in the past, I'm usually dwelling in some kind of resentment or worrying about something that I can't change. It already happened. And that can be sitting in remorse. And it just ruins and squanders the hours that I could have being productive and happy. So that's not useful. Morbid reflection is not useful to me. Worrying about things that are going to happen 5 years from now is not useful to me. Getting completely anxious over what my work life may look like in a year and a half, that's not useful. Worrying about how I can be of service today and what I can do for my family and what I can do for my fellows, useful. Will help me feel better, and will help the person that I'm helping. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Perfect, man. I love it. And you know, we haven't heard from James in a hot minute. He's been on vacation, and he's been at service commitments. Man, what's up, James?
What's going on, guys? It's good to be back. I'm taking it you can hear me now, finally, huh?
Dude, it is like music to my ears. Like I'm just taking it all in right now.
Just let it in. So, man, I'm grateful to be here. It's an honor to be on here. Right? It's a privilege. And you know, I was sitting here thinking about the stuff that's been talked about so far, man. And you know, like we all recover in different spots and different spaces and different times, right? And you know what? I can pick apart about like my balance, right? And where I'm at, and have this problem that service feels really good. Giving back to my community feels even better to me sometimes. And like, I do it for this feel good. Not, let me see how to say it. I suffer from worthlessness. And sometimes I just think I'm the dumbest guy in the room, right? And when I get to be a part of these things, it makes me feel like I'm not such a dummy, man. Like it makes me feel, like I have value, right? And so I continue to do these things, and I just spread myself really thin. I talk to my sponsor about it all the time, and like, you know, I'm a family man, right? I'm supposed to be, you know, working with God in my life, and which I do. A family man and working with God. I'm trying to run a business, sponsoring people. I have an event that I'm doing for my fellowship, right? I'm heavily involved in that. I've got an event we're doing for here at the Hope Shot. I've got another event I'm doing for holiday community cleanup, right? Like I'm supposed to be a sponsor, I'm supposed to be a dad, and at some point in this time, I'm supposed to be like James's recovery is supposed to be fitting in, and like my recovery right now is like a spiritual bank, man, and I'm fucking taking way too much of it without putting enough in. And the truth of where I'm at right now in my recovery is 1, maybe 2 meetings a week. When I get there, I'm so focused on everything else still. I don't know if the last time I've heard a message of recovery, and that's what's scaring me right now. And man, I'm just speaking my truth, man. I can't save my face and my ass at the same time, dude. And I'd like to get on here and spit some real recovery guru shit, but that's just not where I'm at right now, dude. Like, I was in a service committee the other day, and for the fellowship I serve, and the truth is, I lost my shit. You know, you know, those that are in service knows that if you ain't been into an argument during service, you might not really be doing service. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not gonna make a mountain out of a molehill. But what scared me the most about it, because as soon as I left early, I lost my shit, and instead of making the situation worse, I've done it twice now, and that's one thing I am grateful for. I haven't been going as far deep into it as I want to. I'm starting to recognize it, cut it off, and bro, because I'm the common denominator. I get to choose how people treat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got up and left, and like I didn't even finish saying the serenity prayer when we're done, man. I was hot. I said some cuss words. I lost my shit, you know. And my sponsor calls me and he says, "Man, what are you doing?" And I says, "Man," he's like, "You just left. You didn't even say the prayer or nothing, man. What's going on?" I said, "Man, I'm just removing myself from a situation." And before it got worse than what it already did. And the problem was I cussed at the service. Somebody asked me not to, and I lost it. Don't tell me how to talk. Da-da-da. I'm a grown man. Beat my chest. I'm a grown up. I pay my own bills. Yeah, I used that line like an idiot. Yeah. But the point is as I'm sitting here, like I got these socks on, I turn into the Incredible Hulk when I keep taking these deposits out and not refilling them with anything, you know. But he asked me what was going on, and like the scariest part happened in my recovery in a long time for me. I said, you know, I can see where I lose my shit, but this has happened a couple times, and like I'm not seeing my part in it. It's the number one. It's the number one thing I used to really. This is why support groups are so important, man. I cannot see my own neck. Well, I mean, here I can because you know what I mean. In real life, you can't see your own neck. Sometimes you can't see your own behaviors, man. And like when I'm in a situation and I can't see my part in it, man, I better make sure, dude, I better make sure I have the right pieces and puzzles around me in my life, because I am going this way in recovery when I should be hitting the path straight. It's a really scary feeling I'm in right now. I don't know if it's because I have so much on my plate. I don't know. Like, dude, I'll be honest, there's days, and you might have to cut me off, Justin. I don't know. I'm just talking because I kind of need to get some stuff out. Like there's days like I'm questioning myself more and more, like, what am I doing here, man? Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing in recovery? Could you fix it this time? Could it be different? You don't need that. Take that off your plate, right? Like, and I know it's lies, and I'm so grateful that it's lies, man, and that it's the disease of addiction trying to come in through the window, the back door, through the creaks, or whatever it looks like, man. It's trying to attack me, and it comes in a form of ego and pride, right? Because I'm so not trying to be the dumbest guy in the room when I don't feel like it. It's encouraging and it's empowering, and it makes me feel like a somebody. The problem with feeling like a somebody is I've seen a whole lot of somebodies walk out the fucking rooms. That's the problem with being a somebody. I'm supposed to be a nobody in a faceless autonomy, man. Nameless and faceless. But everything else in my life is built for me to be the face of. And it is such a tricky fucking balance, dude. It's a tricky balance to do. Like when you feel like this side of your life is riding on for you to be on this, but the disease of addiction is like, dude, if you keep doing this, I don't know where you're gonna go. I don't know. I'm in a really scary place in my recovery. And it fucking sucks. That's the truth. So thank you for letting me share and get some shit off my chest. So,
Dude, that was, this is the shit we have to fucking share. Like I got you, Nate. Give me 1 second, bro. I got you. Johnny's doing disappearing acts. But that's the real shit, man. We need to hear that real raw shit. James, you are not like you're not alone, bro. I'll tell you right now, because like I'm in the same shit, bro. We've been this whole year has been, dude, like who knows what we're supposed to do? Like it's been like this the whole time. I don't even know if I'm supposed to breathe or be around people or get toilet paper. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but like I'm in the same freaking boat. And that's why we have people like these, all you guys, like Johnny, man, he gives me the book because he knows where the fuck I am. Like, and like, that's why I said I got personally attacked by a book because like I hit on all of them. I don't think I have ego, but I fucking do. And I don't freaking see it sometimes. Like, and you said you don't see your neck. Well, I don't see it either, man. It's people that we have in our support system that's going to tell us about ourselves, the ones that are real, the ones that are freaking have our best interests at heart. And like for you to come on here and share that tonight, bro, I fucking love you, dude. And I'm grateful you come on here and spoke the truth because we need to get it out there, bro. And like I'm maybe like, and that's another thing is like maybe I need to reach out to you more and see what's up. But like we could put on a facade of I'm okay, I'm good. That fucking mask looks different in different ways when we're in recovery. And like we don't want people to know we struggle sometimes, but dude, we gotta let people know we struggle. You know what I mean? And that's why I said like I didn't pump the brakes. I got hit a tree. You know what I mean? Like that's the truth. Like just like you hit a fucking tree, bro, and it's okay. You know what I mean? At least you're being raw and real about it and freaking commit fault, you know? And it's freaking awesome, man. I love you, dude.
love you, buddy.
Nate Dowd.
What up?
Hey, real quick before Nate shares, man, can you guys share this feed? I don't know if you're new here or if you're just coming on, but welcome and please share this feed. We'd love for you guys to get this out there, especially with the raw real shit that's coming out tonight.
All right, so thank you, James, for being so honest and vulnerable. Love that stuff. And I'll like kind of tie some stuff in together that's been discussed with what you just shared, kind of. Johnny had said, we went to this workshop on Saturday and yesterday, and one of the biggest things I took away from it, and it came at actually not from the main speaker, but from one of the guys I was talking about the finance and recovery, and he had said that there's believing God, whatever your God is, I don't care if it's Buddha, Allah, God, Jesus, it doesn't matter, whatever you believe in, but there's a difference between believing in your God and trusting your God. And that shit hit me like a ton of bricks because I am active in my recovery. You know, like I do certain things on a daily basis to keep my conscious contact with my God strong, because without that, all those things that James was just discussing, this is my regular. You know, my default is I'm a piece of shit. I don't deserve this. I can't even get my books together with my business that is really successful within the first year because I'm waiting for the ball to drop, because I feel like it's not real. I feel like it's all fake. Like I feel like it's just a matter of time. And I mean, I'm almost 4 years sober, you know? And I can't get my shit together because I feel like I'm not worthy of this. I don't deserve this. So I don't take it that seriously. I'm just like, I'll just wing it, you know? And I use that. I'll say that I'm just winging it. And you know what? I'm really tired of kind of winging that shit. You know what I mean? Because there's a time when you have to grow up and take responsibility. And that not just for my business, but everything, you know, because I'll use you know, I'll use my sense of humor and my self-deprecation all the time to get out of stuff, you know, like I'm not good at this, or oh, I just don't know how to adult, you know, and this is like my go-to, and I realize this shit, and this all has to do with, yes, I believe in God. I pray and meditate to my God of my understanding on a daily basis, but do I really trust? Do I trust? Because guess what? I have fears and insecurities about not being able to be in my daughter's life, and fears and insecurities that are crippling me, that are probably preventing me from taking a more active role in getting back in her life, you know, because I've been shut down a couple times. So what? I just pack up and leave. You know, if I did that with my sobriety, I'd be dead by now or in prison for the rest of my life. You know, but it's things like this, things that are so overwhelming and daunting and unfamiliar for me. I immediately, my faith is immediately affected, you know, and I start not to believe or trust in who I believe in. So yeah, for me, this is one of my greatest struggles. And I didn't, you know, it's not that I didn't realize it, but hearing it at this workshop really made me think about some things, you know, like things I've been saying, things I've been doing that, that, you know, it's cute and it's funny. And, you know, it gets the pressure off me, or, you know, the attention for a second. But guess what? At the end of the day, these are situations that are present on a daily basis in my life that I have to deal with, you know, and, yeah, the sense of humor and the self-deprecation is just not cutting it for me anymore. You know, it's time to get busy and make some, and start. And for me, and this goes for every aspect in not only my recovery, but my personal relationships, my business, my friendships, everything. If I'm off, and if I'm not, you know, if something is off within me, it always there is a disconnect somewhere, and that's just the bottom line. There is something that I used to do that I'm not doing, and for me, that's what I need to take a hard look at. If and when I start to feel like for instance, like here's an example. I've been single for a very long time, right? And a girl piqued my interest, whatever. I made some, you know, steps to get in touch with this girl. I started talking to her, and like immediately I found 100 reasons not to talk to this girl. You know what I mean? And because I still have work to do on myself, obviously, because there's something that I don't like about myself to go further with that endeavor. And that applies to really every aspect of my life. Like, why won't I call this bookkeeper, who I have the number from my mentor, my friend, who gave me this number, that this lady will get all my affairs in order, but I still haven't called her 2 weeks later, you know? Or, you know, why don't I reach out to another lawyer to see what other steps I can take outside of, you know, getting my rights back to get back in my daughter's life. You know, like there are things that I have to be doing, and I haven't been doing them. You know, it's because I'm afraid. You know, I'm afraid that especially with my daughter, that it's not going to work out. You know, I'm afraid in my business that I'm afraid how this lady who helps people that are a mess, you know, like on the business side. And I was talking to our mutual friend, Ben, and he said it so simply. He goes, Nate, I hire people to do, and I look at this guy like he's a businessman. He runs a multi-million-dollar business. And he's like, Nate, you hire people to do the things you're not good at. And I'm like, that's fucking interesting. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm less than if I do this. So why is that? Because there's a disconnect. I'm still, you know, news bulletin. I'm still insecure. You know, I'm still driven by fear. And my only defense against these things is my connection to my higher power and to my fellows and through service. And which is all just a manifestation of who I believe in to begin with. So really it is like how much am I connected? What more can I do? Because, you know, James said he gets to choose how people, you know, treat him or whatever. But guess what? I get to choose what no one's going to help me recover. You know, I have some friends that are going to hold me accountable. That's for damn sure. But I mean, they're not going to go to the lawyer's office for me. They're not going to go talk to this lady for me. You know, they're and you hear it all the time in recovery arena. You know, just show up. Yeah, I mean, I prayed for years to be sober, but until I surrendered and did some goddamn work, nothing happened. You know, and the same thing applies today. You know, what can I do, me personally, to start, you know, making changes in my life? And it's scary. You know, I'm scared of that shit, man. I'm scared of new stuff. I love what's familiar. I get stuck in these patterns, and you know, I just don't want to look like this. I have this idea of myself that I'm still struggling to let go of. You know, this idea that I'm just this guy who I was a few years ago, and that's how everybody sees me. And then this is something I struggle with all the time, you know, but it's gotten easier. It's gotten better. But like Caesar said, you know, like there's some work that needs to be done, man. This shit don't stop. You know, 4 years, 5 years, 20, 30. If I'm not doing something different or seeking a stronger connection or trying to hear somebody else's perspective, then I'm moving backwards. And that's dangerous for a person like me, you know, because, yeah. So, okay. On a brighter note, I'll share one more thing and then I'll stop. So one good thing did happen, and this is the power. I hate saying this because I believe people throw this term around not to minimize the term or undermine anybody that has it, but whatever. PTSD. Everybody, oh, I have PTSD. Okay, you know, whatever. You know, so I feel like I do have PTSD. I spent a lot of years in prison. There's a lot of trauma involved in my you know 20 plus years of substance abuse and running the streets. And so I have these same recurring dreams, you know, been having them since I've been sober for the last 4 years. It's always, I'm half in prison, half, you know, about to do something. I got caught, whatever. I'm like, it's the same thing. Wake up terrified, sweating, the whole nine. Well, I've had a breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen, which is surfing has started to enter my dreams in the most subtle and absurd ways, you know, mind you, like it's ridiculous, like how it's inching its way in there. But what has happened is it's starting to come into my dreams and getting in the way of this trauma, and it's healing like me in a way that I could never even imagine. And I thought I'd share that with you for people, that anybody that suffers, you know, from bad dreams or PTSD or anything like that, you know, and which is another thing, you know, it's a great example. I need to take steps to go talk to a damn therapist. There's some things that my fellowship isn't equipped to handle. And I believe that is one of them, you know, but I don't want to go talk about this shit, man. I'm afraid to, you know what I mean? And so anyway, but yeah, the surfing started entering my dreams, and it's ridiculous how it does, but it's super important to me. I don't know. sounds silly probably to some of you guys, but to me, it's been a huge deal. And I noticed it, and I'm aware of it, and I'm grateful that there's a different, aspect in these dreams I've been having every night for the last 4 years. So I love all you guys, man. James, man, thank you, man. You give yourself a break too, bro. I mean, I get where you're at because I struggle with the same things, but you're not doing everything wrong, dude. I promise you. You know what I mean? And a lot of these things that you're doing, you have the right intentions, but it's just like Caesar talked about. It's just like, and everybody, is finding that balance, man. And I mean, you've said it on the show before, man. Anything you put in front of your recovery, is going to be, lost, man. The answers. It's just a matter of, getting out of your own way and so I love all you guys, man.
Nate, I think we all know what to do, but it's just doing it, putting action behind it. Just like with this whole fucking thing. That's why I sat there and I read that damn book, because Johnny told me to do it and I did it. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of being a mess. I'm just sick of it. Just like you know what you need to do. You've been waiting 2 weeks to call this fucking person. Just fucking pick up the phone. Just 2 seconds, dude. Just, and when it's stupid because we just put all these things off, man. And all we're doing is causing us more pain, more pain. You know what I mean? Like we're some kind of pincushion,
Well, and then it's just like your book, Justin, that you're reading. I'm using the same fucking behaviors because this is the same way I got into recovery. So I'm like, okay, well, this can work for everything else in my adult life now. I'm just gonna be a fucking hot mess and be in a ton of pain, and then I'll change. We don't have to live like that today, man. People always say, oh, pain, change can only come from being in pain, or fuck that, man. Let's change before that, man. Let's evolve, man.
Well, there's levels to the pain, you know what I mean? There's levels to it, it just depends on what kind of level you got. They get the chart out, you know what I mean? Like, what do you experience?
Yeah, like emojis. Like,
you at the hospital and they go, what kind of pain?
Oh, yeah.
You got 1 to 10, and you got the frown face, you got the other face, and but it's like it's getting to the solution faster. That's all. You know what I mean? It's like getting to the solution faster. And sometimes, we might not be able to do it, and somebody needs to bump us along. And like Caesar said before, coping mechanisms, man. We're familiar with those. We don't want to. We avoidance, man. Avoidance is a motherfucker. And somebody else said I defect like a mofo, and I'm like, yeah. That when I first got in recovery, somebody called me deflector, like it's my superpower. And I hated them. Like, literally, I hated them because I'm like, no, bounce off of me, back to you, bro. But but I just want to give a shout out real quick to Chrissy for 60 days today, and then also Allie has 33 days, and I want to give a shout out real quick to them, man. That's freaking awesome. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're on here with us on this journey. It's amazing. But if you guys want to add anything. Cesar, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll share real quick. James, I feel you, bro, and thank you for being honest. It's the classic case of, especially guys like us that have been around a few years, right? And hey, how you doing, bro? I'm good. I'm great. I'm fine.
Living the dream.
Yeah, and then we have those moments, right? Thank God that we have been around long enough, even when we're in the pain. Tonight, you jumped on and you puked all over everybody. We have that today. We didn't have that before. We explode, or we go and act or get high on it, or whatever it is, and that's the miracle, is that we're all sitting here together right now tonight. And what a fucking topic, right? We were just talking about this tonight. Like, what are we going to get for a topic? Oh, thank you, James. It's crazy, man, because on my journey, I've hit those spots. I hit them, when I stop working on myself, when I stop taking time for myself, when I stop, doing things for myself. That self-care is so important, man. And just getting myself regrounded. I just went through it a couple months ago, man. Last year was rough for me, man. I struggled really bad financially. And again, just like we said earlier, like my bills were paid. Yeah, that was it. And I really had to hustle to get them paid, because we create these new lives when we're in recovery, man, and they get a little bit more expensive than back in the day, and keeping up with them is tough, man. And it can eat you up. And the whole time I'm trying to, I'm a man, I'm going to hold myself together. It's good, all that. And meanwhile, I'm fucking dying, man, inside. And thank God I have people around me that were like, bro, you're dying, man. Like, fucking talk to me, man. And I was able to take a look at some of this stuff and put some action items in place and start taking care of myself again. And I don't think any of us do this thing perfect. We never will. But as long as we are connected together, man, like, I think it's, what you said, Nate, you took that away from the workshop. I heard, and I always say this, man, because it's been the most important thing in my life, is that if I'm not surrounded by you guys and other people who have been where we were and are successful in life and business and relationships and all this stuff, I'd be screwed, man. Because it's like our lifeline. We keep each other alive. We keep each other, full, man. And like, I can't, just like we talked about, I can't see when everything's fucked up in my lane. I may feel it a little bit, but of course, my faith goes out the window. And luckily that I have a network of people that can look at me or feel my, my energy and say, hey, something's not right. What's going on? And then I get to, tell the truth if I'm ready to. And then, change some things. But I'm grateful for you, bro. I'm grateful for us, for this platform. And I'm glad you get some relief tonight, man. And I sent you a text, so answer me back when you get it, James.
Thanks, Johnny.
Will do, man. I just want to say one thing. I think it's one. I'm really grateful to have a platform like this where men and women can understand exactly what it is I'm going through. But I think it's even more important for a guy like me to share it on this type of level, because I'm just gonna call a spade here. Like, this stuff gives you face recognition. How many times have we been out? Oh, you're the guy from Hope Shot, or you're the guy from here, or you're the guy from here, right? I don't know about you, but sometimes I can get an ego too, man. And I need to come on here and not always lay it down some real guru Gucci shit. Yeah. And I need to be real in my life and let you guys know that are listening right now that I am no better and I am no guru, and I am one mistake away from ruining my whole entire life. And it don't have to be drugs today. I go steal a piece of fucking bubble gum, I'm going up the road, player. You know what I'm saying? I get into one wrong fight, one wrong argument. Like, I'm gone, man. I have consequences in my life today that I am just one thing away from just this all being gone, man. So, like, I have to get real. I have to get honest. I have to let people know that I'm not some, like, dude, I bleed the same way as everybody else that's listening here or that doesn't have to listen here. Like, I'm still a human being, have a human experience, man. And I'm just so grateful for you guys listening tonight, allowing me to be real and raw and honest, and you guys accepting me and loving me and shooting me texts already. So I love y'all. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all tonight.
Thanks, James. Man, I am grateful you vomited all over us, as Johnny called it. It's awesome. And I want to say real quick, congratulations, Nikki, 11 months yesterday. And then we have one more that I just want to give a shout out. And then I want to hear from Caesar, man, wrap it all up. And Amy, she'll have 17 months on February 1st. Congratulations. Thank you guys for being here, supporting our platform. Without you guys, it wouldn't be nothing. We'd just be talking to ourselves. So, Caesar.
Yeah, I mean, James did a really good job of wrapping it up, actually. We're broken people helping broken people. That's it. We've been shown a way out, and we try to share it with everyone else. But if we don't keep working on our solution and towards our goals, then we're the ones that are going to need a lot more help. You've got people on here that have had disastrous lives. And that's why it's so impactful that we get on here and get vulnerable and share where we are today and what we do to stay where we are. And getting vulnerable and sharing that we don't have it all together is one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle to staying in recovery. When I think I've got it all and I know it all, guarantee I'm screwed that day. You know, I have to remain teachable. We have to remain teachable. And we have to keep getting vulnerable and sharing our insecurities and putting them out there and shrinking our fears and replacing them with the faith that we can do better tomorrow. And we can always do better tomorrow. Thank you, James. Thank you, everybody on here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Wifey Poo. I appreciate you. That's all I got.
Hey, and I'm glad you had to share at the end, Caesar. I felt like I didn't hear much from you tonight.
Hey, Justin.
What?
I think Kelly wants to say something.
Kelly, you want to say something?
I'm quiet tonight, and I missed part of what you guys were talking about. But as far as having it all together, yeah, not even close. I have people in my professional life that always come to me and say, "Oh, but you always look like you have it together, and you're so professional." Man, James, I heard a little bit of what you were saying, but I was 2.5, 3 years in recovery, and I hit a mental health bottom. And I mean, bottomed out. And if I wouldn't have reached out and gotten help for that, it's only so long you can feel that way. You know, I think it's important to emphasize that too. I heard somebody else say, you know, that our program is a huge part of our lives, but it's not the whole, and we struggle. We're human. We're going to go through things. You know, life goes on, and you have to continue being vulnerable and continue using your network and continue doing the work. I feel like the further I get from, or the longer I go doing the work, it's like a pendulum, you know, it swings back and forth, and you got to do all that work to get it to go to the other side. That's the way that my mentor describes it, at least. So yeah, I'm human. I'm vulnerable like everybody else. I'm a mess too. Y'all know that. So here, I'll put that out there for everybody else too.
We're all messes, and that's why we get along.
Yes.
Press.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. And do me a favor before we go, hit that share button. You never know who's going to want to hear this tonight, who this might help in some sort of way, especially how raw and real it was. So thank you guys for being here tonight. This Wednesday, 8 p.m., we have our Addiction to Success. If you don't know what that is, join us 8 p.m. this Wednesday. And till then, we'll see you guys. Good night. Love y'all.
Good night.